6 petitions are referenda of laws that the legislature passed. They passed a lot of bad laws, but these are 6 of the worst laws. Three of them have to do with election and voting laws that they passed, and three of them are different laws that they passed to take away funding from Invest in Ed, education funding. Now, Arizona is one of about 23 states that allows voters to put laws that they don't like onto the ballot, collect enough signatures, put them on the ballot, and the voters can decide, and they can say, yes, the legislature passed a good law, or no, the legislature didn't pass a good law. So these first 3 are about elections. This first one is what's known as the Pebble Purge. You may have heard of it. It's where it makes it harder for people to stay on the permanent early voting list. There's no real good reason for this because we already had laws in place to, if the address is bad, if the people move. But this would take people off the permanent early voter list if they miss a couple of elections. For a primary general. So just one 4-year cycle if they don't vote, and then they want to vote by mail in the next cycle, they may not be able to if they don't return a postcard that they get in the mail. So this would put that on the ballot. The second one is a law that they passed that said that counties and cities, the Navajo Nation, any government in Arizona can accept private grant monies that could be used for voter registration or voter outreach, even if the legislature doesn't provide enough money for elections. They can accept private grant monies. This third one is what I call the election smorgasbord. They put this in a budget bill. They hid a bunch of election provisions, anti-election and anti-voting provisions, into a budget bill, and so we have to go ahead and put the whole budget, all the election parts of the budget bill onto the ballot. We have a list of all the things that they snuck in there on the budget bill, if you want to look at each specific one. So these next 3 are the different ways that they took away education funding that voters passed last year in Prop 208, Invest in Ed. This first one is the most devious one, SB 1783. They made all wealthy individuals who invest in ed put a tax surcharge on the wealthiest Arizonans to help fund education. This makes all those wealthy individuals small businesses. It calls them small businesses, and they made a new small business tax credit. So they're bragging, hey, everybody wants to help small businesses. We help small businesses. But really what they were trying to do was to help wealthy individuals not have to fund education like we passed in Invest in Ed. The second anti-Invest in Ed measure is where they cap the taxes that wealthy individuals have to pay. Again, this takes money away from education that we passed. It cuts it by $250 million per year, according to independent analysis. This third anti-Invest in Ed one actually cuts revenues by $1.9 billion per year, and that money was supposed to go to help fund education as well. This is what's known as the flat tax or the flatter tax, and it benefits the wealthier individuals more than it does average Arizonans as well. This last one is not a referendum of a law that the legislature passed. It's called Stop Dark Money. This would be a new law that would require disclosure of people or companies that want to campaign against some of these measures or against Stop Dark Money. It would keep them from staying anonymous by giving money to a nonprofit or a social welfare organization, and then that organization gives the money to the campaign. So this would require that the original funder of the money is disclosed, so we know who is funding campaigns and elections. So those are our 7